All right, guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. So right off the rip, I'm going to say that this video is being recorded with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2, and I'm recording in 5x4 for my Z Fold 2 watchers. Everyone else, you can still watch, but you just don't know what that full screen looks like until you get it in your hand. Anyway, it's your man Jay. Today we're going to talk about some reasons why I think you should probably pick up the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. Now, you guys know I also have the 21. I've given you a full review on that device, and I'll circle back around to that one as well on some reasons why you probably should pick that device up. So, the pros for this device, for me, right out the rip, is the screen. This has got to be one of the most beautiful displays you will ever see on a phone. Now, Samsung has been doing this for years, and they've been giving you beautiful displays. This right here is actually my backyard. When the snowstorm had hit us, you can see that beautiful sunset. My wife actually took this photo and sent it to me, and I thought, man, that is the killer background. So with the brightness all the way down, you can crank it up. You can see how beautiful. Well, you can't even see. It's blown out. This screen gets so bright. And it is just beautiful, to say the least. I'm going to put on a video real quick so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So if ever you were wondering how beautiful the screen really is, well, here it is. This is a 6.8-inch display, and this screen is absolutely stupendous, folks. It is just beautiful. The full screen itself, and they made the camera hole a little bit smaller compared to the phone I'm recording with. You can really see the difference in these two when you look at the front cameras on them side by side, but that doesn't bother me at all. The bezels are super thin all the way around. And it's just beautiful, man. I mean, if you look, let me see if I can grab my what's the name real quick. I'm gonna grab the wing. The wing has no camera display on the front, but the wing has a little bit larger bezels. Not that that means anything, but it's just the rounded corners on the S21 Ultra, makes it, and it's thinner too, but just for reference, I'm just showing you pretty much the bezels on here. The S21 Ultra has one of the most beautiful displays you will ever see on a device. I'm telling you, it is just incredible. It's just a good look for a beautiful display. So, with that being said, let's get out of here. And the next thing about this phone is the battery life. Now, the battery life on here is good for me. It's subjective though, because battery life depends on you, the user, and I think you'll find out very fast. It probably doesn't matter who you are. You should be getting some really decent battery. So if I go into the battery here, it's fantastic battery. I just took it off the charger, and pretty much it's telling you right there that my phone lasts for over a day all the time. And so if I go in here and look at the chart, you can see the kind of battery I'm getting. Yeah. Now remember, over here on the 15th, the power was out, and the power was out on the 16th, and it came back on the 17th. It was off since the 14th, and it came back on the 17th. I'm getting myself together and getting things going. So no more streaming on this day, just regular use. But I didn't charge the phone until the 18th after I charged it on the 16th, I believe. But you can see the battery that I'm getting here. Now, battery life, again, is going to depend on you, the user. You have to determine whether or not you want to put a bunch of stuff on your phone that you're not going to use. So basically on this front screen right here, this is kind of just all default stuff. And I've actually removed stuff that I just didn't need or whatever. So, and I could very well go in here too and take some more stuff off. But I actually use Office and I actually use Outlook. So as far as the Samsung folder goes, I just kind of leave this here. I don't really take it off because I might mess with it one day, but I do need files. And then the Google stuff is in here too, man. So this screen right here, I pretty much just leave it because I use all that stuff. But here's where you start to see the applications that I'm installing. You see what I'm saying? Like, I have 2 pages of applications, and I use pretty much everything on here. If I want some breakfast sometimes, so I'm cheating, I can go over here to McDonald's. I know I shouldn't be doing that, but hey, it is what it is. If I want a fish sandwich or something like that, you know what I'm saying? I hit McDonald's up. I know that's junk food. I know, folks. I know. But I'm saying it happens to us all. Got my Sonic down there for my lemonade. That's the only drink I get from Sonic is their natural lemonade with easy ice, Route 44, $1.65 well spent. Anyway, bars. So the battery life on here is going to be fantastic. It's going to be fantastic. I mean, a 5,000 milliamp hour battery in this thing, you should be able to pull down some killer screen on time. If you measure your phones by screen on time, I like to measure my phone by the time it's off the charger. That is what I like to measure my screen on time by. Time off the charger. I always mention screen on time to you guys because you guys want to hear me measure it that way. But in the real world, I measure my screen on time by the time that the phone is off the charger. So obviously you can see I do a lot of media. So right here, all of these are services that I'm paying for, that we have paid. Apple, obviously, I keep Apple Music on everything. I just think it's one of the better streaming services. I like it. It's easy to understand, really nice, very user-friendly, intuitive, blah, blah, blah. But nonetheless, that is where a lot of my battery time comes from. That and all of these streaming services if I'm on the go. So that's where my battery life goes. And then not to mention all of the emails that I have coming in and social media stuff. So let's keep that in mind. Battery life depends on you. Now, another thing that I like about this phone is the cameras. These cameras are beast mode. Now, I could have recorded this phone or recorded this video with my S21, but no need to. All I can tell you is that the cameras, the photos and videos that you see from this device is going to be absolutely fantastic. You shouldn't have any issues with camera quality with this phone. And look at all these different modes and things in here. AR Doodle, I haven't even messed with that yet, to be honest. I haven't messed with AR Doodle, but Pro Video and Director's View, those are the top dogs for me. And portrait video, I mean, I do a lot of video stuff, so that's why I focus on video. But in reality, folks, these cameras will not disappoint you. These are going to be some of the best cameras you ever use on a cell phone. And remember, I feel like these cameras are great too on the Wing. The Wing has great video footage, and there's just so many phones out there, but we're talking about this phone. The S21 Ultra has some of the best cameras, and I will say this, the 100 times zoom thing I think is a joke, but they have made improvements. You can lock it in now when you're going long distance. You can lock it in and it'll stabilize and it'll try to clear itself up the best way possible. So they have made some improvements on the camera. I got to give it to them. So that's something to take note of. Now, the last thing, and I'm not checking, I could go on and on about how great this phone is, but the last thing I want to talk about is the performance. Now, the performance on here is just, for me, I measure the performance on crashes and things like that if it happens. Not so much just the 120 hertz display and all that stuff and, you know, keeping it on. Just in general, I measure the phone on the, is it messing up on me? When I need an application, is it there? If I need to quickly get to something, is it there? That is how I measure my performance. Some people like to focus on benchmarks. I have yet to run a benchmark on this phone. I haven't done it. Another way I measure my performance is, believe it or not, the call quality. Remember, I do more calls than anything else. I'm always on some kind of business call or some conference call or something. And this phone right here, it always connects. And you, Jay, how's that performance? That's performance. You know, because the network, okay, good example is, I have some cell phones, I can take the same SIM card and put it in there, and the call quality is horrible. People say, man, I can't really hear you. It's kind of cutting out, or it's just, all right, let me switch phones. Maybe the antennas, those aren't that good in the other phones. I won't say that the phone, I won't say the phone, because some of you guys still own that phone, and you know what I'm saying, I don't want to offend anybody, but that's another performance measure for me on here, because I need a phone to the microphone to sound good, the speakerphone to sound good. Those are all ways I judge my performance. Speakerphone is something that I really enjoy if I don't want to put my Bluetooth in. And then if I just want to talk on the phone and hold the phone, the microphones on here sound good. Which goes back to the cameras with all these microphones all over it. It's beast mode. So there it is, man. Definitely, this is a reason. These are 4 reasons, and I could go on and on, and you guys could go on and on and say, hey, Jay, you know, there's a lot of reasons why you shouldn't buy this phone. Well, I could tell you that too. But for right now, these are reasons why I think you should buy it. These are some great, these are things should be at the top of your list. Battery should be at the top of your list. Performance should be at the top of your list. The screen is something that should be important to you because that's what you look at all day. And then cameras based on today's society. So if you can check those 4 boxes on a smartphone, you get what you want. If those are at the top of your list, they're at the top of my list. Straight up. So tell me in the comments 4 things. Tell me 4 reasons why you bought this phone. Not mine. If they match mine, okay, great. But tell me 4 reasons in the comments why you bought this phone. I want to hear from you. It's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed. Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2 owners rejoice. This video is definitely recorded with you in mind. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.